the best way to go from manual testing to QA automation. They said QA, but to QA automation, I'm guessing. So I've been in my current role for almost 3 years now doing manual testing for a big product. However, comma, I've been interested in pivoting to a proper QA role that involves automation. I'm seeing conflicting advice on QA boot camps. They must have watched my video. Oh my God, what is going on? But not really a solid roadmap on how to get into a QA role besides that. What are my best options at the moment with 3 years of manual testing experience and pivoting into automation QA? Would it still be worth it to drop a few grand on a QA bootcamp?
Do not come.
I'm just being honest.
All right, let's start the clock. So here's the dealio. Is it worth a few grand to pay a boot camp to teach you what a Udemy course is going to teach you for like $15, $20? Even if you get it at full price, like $120? Absolutely not. It is not worth it. Now, why is there not a solid roadmap on how to get into a QA role, a QA automation role? Is because there's not really a solid roadmap to do that. You could check on roadmap.sh to see if they have, let's check roadmap.sh real quick, right? Roadmap.sh. Let's take a look at that. Let's even see if they have QA on there, right? Let's take a look. So roadmap.sh. Let's see. There's QA right here. Let's take a look at QA. They're starting to add projects on roadmap. Let me take another. Let me look at. Let's take a look at backend. Oh, that's cool. They have projects on there now. That's pretty cool. This is pretty cool actually. Roadmap.sh, where they have different stuff that you can build. That's pretty cool. I must say. I must say that is pretty cool. But if we look at QA, and they say for quality assurance, so this would be a decent roadmap. They have, all right, so what is quality? Testing oracles, test prioritization, project management, managing your tests, all the tools that we talk about here. Functional testing, all the different types of testing where like, they're not gonna really ask you about these type of testing nowadays, but you still need to know them. Non-functional testing, we've done load testing, performance testing. Don, you remember the Ralph load testing tool that you built? And then we go into the V model and the waterfall model, which is your car's favorite waterfall. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the agile, the Kanban and the Scrum that you used to. Remember that, right? So agile, and then they go into test-driven development, manual testing, back end automation, front end automation. So if you've been in QA, for the past 3-ish years, then you're probably familiar with a lot of these things over here, right? You're probably familiar with a lot of these things. I would say you want to start off with these in parallel, right? Back end automation and front end automation. I would start off with Playwright. I used to say Selenium, but I would probably start off with Playwright, or both of them. I've done both of them on this channel. Because with Playwright though, you can do the back end as well as the front end. See it right here, Playwright, and you definitely want to learn Selenium as well because that is still the most popular automation framework. But dropping a few grand on it, I don't think it's worth it. Especially if you're already in QA. I would say follow this roadmap.sh, and I would say follow this channel, and I would say if you don't know how to code yet, get a boot camp, not a boot camp, but get a Udemy course where they'll teach you the basic that you need to learn how to code in order to do automation. But the most important thing is learning how to do the automation. And then my biggest advice, I'm gonna go back to full screen. My biggest advice, especially for somebody who's already working in QA, right, is to build experience by automating the projects that you work on at work. What you work on at work, automate that. And then you help yourself by starting to alleviate some of the manual testing, regression testing that you normally do, whether you're going to be automating the back end or the front end, with either rest assured, Postman, not really for automation, with Playwright, whatever, right? And then automating the website with Playwright or Selenium, Cypress, whatever. But that's what's most important. And then now you can, if your company doesn't have automation already, you can introduce it to them. If they do, when you're speaking to your manager, you say, "Oh, I took the initiative to start learning automation. Look what I can do. This has helped me to get my work done faster, to make sure that I'm testing more things." Very, very like that, but that's the biggest key, right? So you start learning, and if you are working in a company, that's why I tell everybody, like, if you're already working in a company, try to grow within that company to get your foot in the door. And then once you actually, get a couple of years at the company doing the role that you want to do, now you go and you get that raise by jumping to another company, because it's going to be hard for you to get it within the company. But now you have the experience. The hardest thing is that you don't have the experience. Get the experience from within the company that you are working, if you have the ability to do that. If you're in QA, working as manual QA, start automating your stuff that you test, right? In your spare time, or not even in your spare time. If you have to come to work 2 hours early, or you have to leave work 2 hours late, put in the time to automate that, because that's the best experience. People are always saying, "Oh, I don't know, I don't have experience." Get the experience doing that. And the very basic stuff that you learn in any of these courses, right? Start applying it on day one. Of your learning it. Start implementing your automation for your work, right? And that way, you're going to be proving to your boss that you're more than capable of doing it, because you're already doing it, right? Keep that in mind, and you should be good that way. Let's wrap that question up.
I'm not their echo, I'm my own sound. My roots in the earth, my head unbound. They whisper and judge, but I'm not their clay. I mold my tomorrow, I'm done with today. I walked away from their parade. Their words like stones that ricochet. They call me lost, but I am found on this quiet road where I'm unbound. I walked away through the quiet of the storm. Their voices loud, but my soul felt warm. They point their fingers, call me the stray, but I found my freedom when I walked away, yeah.
I walked away from their parade. Their words like stones that ricochet. They call me lost, but I am found on this quiet road where I'm unbound. I walked away through the quiet of the fair. Their voices loud, but my soul felt warm. They point their fingers, call me the stray, but I found my freedom when I walked away. They try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. And outsiders' heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
Their dreams aren't mine, they never fit. A puzzle forced, it just won't click. I see the world through my own eyes, not filtered through their scripted lies.
Their dreams were cages I couldn't call home. I saw a horizon where I could roam. They don't understand what they can't contain, but my path is my own through joy and pain. They try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. And outsiders' heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
Let them whisper, let them glare. I have grown strong in this thin air. The crowd may roar, but I won't bend. My road's my own until the end. They call me the outsider for chasing my flame. Their rules and their boxes I refuse to claim. be a shadow, I'll carve my own way. They can't try to shame me, but I won't obey. They call me the outsider for chasing my flame. Their rules and their boxes I refuse to claim. I won't be a shadow, I'll carve my own way. They can't try to shame me, but I won't obey.
They try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. An outsider's heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
So call me the outsider if that's what I'll be. I'd rather be lost if it means I'm free. Their maps are for them, I'll chart my own sea. I walked away, now I'm finally me.